Fire signs, this is your collective bonus reading for December. And let's get your bonus cards drawn. If you are curious about any of, get out of here, any of the decks that I use in the readings, they are all listed in the playlist description along with my Amazon affiliate links in case you are interested. Also, while you're there, do check your sun, moon, and rising sign to see what additional messages are there for you. Remember, time and energy is fluid, not linear. Okay, here we go. Bam. I hope everyone is doing well, staying warm. All right, fire signs. Collective bonus for fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All right, what do we have? What do we have? Ooh, grounding. Look at that. Staying grounded. Present moment is what I'm hearing here. Also, you might need to be actually earthing, grounding. I have earthing grounding sheets that plug into the wall that are grounded. So grounding is really important. I think we've gotten away from that. And so this is about getting your feet on the ground. Mother Earth has this amazing way to help us rid toxins and things from the body. So there are grounding mats you can get for your home. So when you're sitting at your desk, you can have your feet on the grounding mat. Like I said, you can get the sheets. I'm not sure what else type of products are available. When I first got my grounding sheets, oh my gosh, it took about a week for me to get used to the sensation of being on the grounding sheets. All right, let's see what fire signs Spirit Animal Oracle is. Fire signs. Ooh, nice. This is awesome. So we have, let me get my cards stacked over here. Eagle, mastery, path to mastery, pentacle, it's nice. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. And I've been talking a lot about wisdom in these readings. How is that different from knowledge? Well, you can read a book and you can be very knowledgeable, but it's the action and how you apply it. We have a card jumping out already. We'll take it. It is creativity. Look at that spider. So I have dreams about spiders and spider webs, and they are dreams of creativity. Although very unnerving when they're very large, like Aragorn. So you might be doing something creative. You might need to do something creative. It's coming through. That feels like an Ace of Wands. That, the mastery, feels like the path to mastery, like the 8, 9, and 10 of Pentacles. It also feels with that eagle energy and seeing a broad like spectrum. It feels like King or Queen of Swords, High Priestess, even knowledgeable, Hierophant. Grounding would be any any earth sign. So we've got Virgo coming in, Knight of Pentacles. I love it. That's great. That is great. Slow and steady and persistence and diligence will always win the race here. 7 of Swords. Look at that. That is some strategy there. Very good to have. I just saw the Magician just winked at me from the deck. 4 of Pentacles. Saving. That is good. Capricorn energy. You had too many flop out there. Can't take them all. That's too many. Oh. All right, let's get 2 more rows for our lovely fire signs. That mushroom card is pretty. And also, you know what I'm getting, because that is a dark card. A lot of things grow in darkness. Mushrooms grow in darkness, ideas, seeds, all those things. So you might need to keep some things to yourself right now. 5 of Swords. Three of Swords. Ooh, wee. And the King of Cups. That's good. Some healing going on here with that Three of Swords in the middle. See, it says let go of the past and soar. You've got to heal something from the past to your fire signs to set yourself free. Ah, Chariot, nice. I like that. Cancer energy. Page of Swords. A lot of swords here in this row. Yep. And then the World. Yeah, you're finishing something. You're healing something, letting something go from the past. There we go. Moving forward. Past is done. Can't change it. Can only learn from it. Yep. All right. Let's see what's on the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. That Seven of Swords, that is Aquarius energy. All right. Bam. Nine of Swords. That's coming out for a lot of people right at the end of the year. Why is that? I wonder. Oh, now we have the World twice. Yep. Yep. And the Nine of Wands. Okay. My goodness. Fire signs. You know what I'm feeling here? So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. But it's it's that slow and steady wins the race. The Virgo energy here is to help you. It's that grounding energy. It's being not only just meticulous and practical, but diligent and disciplined. The Knight of Pentacles pretty much kind of stays put. The Nine of Pentacles doesn't just plant seeds and then leave them and go plant seeds somewhere else. You'll never have a harvest that way. And I think as fire signs, sometimes we can get really frustrated with this process of waiting and having to go through all the different seasons to get to the harvest. I think, I speak for myself here as a double Sagittarius sun and moon, very impatient, with things and the process of stuff. So this is saying you might be frustrated, honestly, with the slow progression of whatever it is you're doing right now. And I feel like so here's how to mitigate, I think, this, if this is resonating with you. If you're having this frustration and it's just driving you really nuts about this, how slow things are progressing. What the Knight of Pentacles has here is a seed. It's that Ace of Pentacles. He's looking for the perfect place to plant it and to grow roots. All right. And there is a season. You need to know what season you're in what it is you're trying to do. Are you in the spring? Are you in the summer? Are you in the fall? Are you in winter? Once you know where you are, then you can put your energy towards that. You cannot harvest in the spring. You cannot harvest in the summer. You cannot harvest in winter. So once you know what season you're in here, I think that would help this out a lot. You won't be wanting to harvest when you just planted seeds, right? So I think this frustration here can be dealt with. And I think once you see what season you're in here with what you are wanting to plant, I think that would help you a whole lot, a whole lot. You got to let it grow. That's part of that grounding of staying put with something and not jumping to the next thing. A lot of people want to have the harvest before they even plant anything. We have the Seven of Swords crossed by the World, and we have the World here too. So whenever we have cards coming up double, and not so much when they're doubling on themselves, clarifying themselves. When there's another card here, it's going to be very important here to see what's crossing this. Okay, these are going to tie in together. We won't know until the end. Woo, suspense here. Seven of Swords, strategy. It's not a bad card at all. This is saying that you got to do things. Well, you don't have to do anything, but I'm saying it would be beneficial to do things differently. The Seven of Swords, the story here is this person is taking these swords from the enemy so they don't have to fight. There'll be no war, right? Slinking off silently, choosing your battles. This is also, I feel like, keeping some things to yourself. Sevens are a card of mystery. And so I think you need to have some mystery about what you're doing. Keep some things to yourself right now, what you're working on, what you're doing. Keep it in darkness. Keep it to yourself. Keep that energy pure. Some people dilute their intentions by telling people, getting all excited, getting that hit of adrenaline or even accomplishment, even when they haven't done it, just by telling people their plans. Don't do it. Keep it to yourself. Let your results speak for you. When you finish something, when you complete something, then, because this is completion, right? The world is accomplishment and completion. Keep things to yourself until you've finished it, is all I'm saying. That would be the best way to reveal it, because people, if you have some goals and you tell people about it, how likely are you to really do them? And I feel like it dilutes that process. So I would say keep it to yourself. Reveal it when you have completed it. That's what I would do. That's what these two cards are telling me right now. Do things differently. Do things differently. All right, let's keep going. We have Four of Pentacles crossed by the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands I'm getting here is very similar to the Seven of Wands, Leo energy, because this does encompass those sevens of having firm boundaries, of taking a stand, but also willing to try whatever you need to get the job done. And so your focus right now might be on holding on to what you have, but we want to also be open to receiving more. That's the only issue with this. Yes, hold on to things, but not so tightly that you can't receive more. So we need to still be open in this process. And the Nine of Wands says don't give up. In a way, I mean, it's not quite all the way to the Ten of Wands, but the wounded warrior has learned so much from the past. And I think you might be having, I also feel value here with this Four of Pentacles, like what you feel like holding on to has changed, possibly, because you've been through battle, you've been through these things. You don't want to fight anymore. We see it here with the Seven of Swords. You're tired of that struggle. You want to put this knowledge and what you've learned here into like protecting things instead of tearing things down. If that, you know what I'm saying? Instead of spending everything you have, it's about saving what you have and making things work, figuring things out. I feel like you really want to protect something here. You could be protecting an idea, and that would make sense with that Seven of Swords to protect your idea, because here's your house behind you. And in the realm of dreamscapes, a house represents your mind. And so you might be wanting to keep these things to yourself right now. Hold on to them. This is that card of holding. Hold on to what is in your mind now. That's what I'm feeling here. Keep it to yourself for right now until it is ready to be released. All right, Five of Swords, Three of Swords, so many swords. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. All right, let's see what we have. Two of Wands here. Okay. Temperance, nice. Ooh, that is perfect on that Three of Swords. You're doing it. Now we have the Devil on the Cups. Oh boy. All right, Capricorn. That's been showing up a lot. Could just be Capricorn energy. We have the Five of Swords here. Not my favorite sword. It's taking a risk. It's also win at any cost. We don't want you to have to sacrifice your integrity for this win. There's victory here. And so it's also being crossed by the Two of Wands. You have a choice here. You always have a choice. You're choosing a new path. I feel like because of that Seven of Swords here, whatever you would have done before, how you would have acted, because there is a battle here too. There's usually a scene with people with their, on the battlefield. I think you're choosing your battles differently. What you're willing to take a risk on. I think before you probably took risks that were not good. I have to say it's coming through. Maybe some things that were just not good for you. I think you're changing that story. You're not going to do things the same way anymore. That's what this is telling me right here. The Two of Wands is the young emperor at the top of the tower. And choosing to leave a comfort zone is what I'm feeling here. That's what I'm feeling. Your comfort zone is where your dreams go to die. I cannot stress that enough. You have to leave your comfort zone. And that is taking a risk in a way to leave your comfort zone. And maybe that's what this is pretty much saying. You need to take a risk now and leave your comfort zone and do something bold. That's what I'm feeling here. But maybe staying put and seeing something through, maybe that's, doesn't feel good because you want immediate results. I feel that because I'm fire sign. Can't help it. Three of Swords crossed by Temperance, healing. Big time. Big time. I feel like you have healed this. This is the major big thing here. The reason why all these cards are coming up the way they are. You've healed something monumental. Monumental here with this Sagittarius energy. This is turning water to wine. This feels like this is creativity, right? Changing this into a positive aspect of yourself, changing this pain into knowledge and then wisdom and sharing it. You are this inner alchemist that can turn these things into positive characteristics about yourself that you can share with others. This is really nice. If that's your story. I mean, we've all been hurt at some point. Woo. Okay, so what I'm feeling here, I'm getting different messages once again. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. This is the energy of someone who has done that deep emotional dive, who have turned past hurts and pains into pearls of wisdom. Someone who is very much in control of their emotions and who they offer it to, who they accept from. It's being crossed by the devil. There's temptation here. So there could be someone coming into your life that is very tempting. But I get the feeling you might be afraid that they're going to pull you off the path that you have here. And it doesn't have to be that way. You can still stay focused on what you want to accomplish as long as you keep, a new relationship in balance. As long as you're not giving too much of yourself, to something. That's what I'm feeling here with these two energies. I feel like this is going to be very tempting. Very tempting, this person. They could be very attractive. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm not feeling anything negative with this devil energy. I feel like it's temptation with this person. So someone could be coming in that's very tempting at this time. But we'll see if any other messages come out. If you are getting a certain messages, trust that message is for you. Whoa, they are just going crazy, these cards. All right, so it's too many. We have the Chariot, the Page of Swords, and the World card again. I can't wait to see what's on this World card. That is what I want to know. What is on that World card? Oh, we have the Page of Pentacles now. It is a protector energy. Let's see. We have the Three of Wands. And, oh, look at that. That's nice. That is nice. Okay, Chariot. Now, I do want to say, now I'm getting another message. Now that I bring this up and I'm looking at this Page of Pentacles, the King of Cups, heart's desire, right? Holding that, heart's desire. The devil could represent latent, unmanifested creativity, something that wants to come out, some type of heart's desire that has been, repressed and held back. You might be setting that free. You might be going after a heart's desire that you have always wanted to have. Nothing bad, of course, but never gave yourself permission to do it. And here we go, off to the races with this Chariot energy. It's victory. You have victory, victory, victory. You got a lot of victory here, fire signs. You definitely do. This is Cancer energy. We have the Sphinxes here, the mysteries of the universe. You have an idea. You have a focus. You know where you're going. You have a plan here. With this Page of Pentacles, there's planning here. Holding the Ace of Pentacles. A lot of excitement. The Page of Pentacles is very studious. And this is saying stay curious and stay learning. We want to stay in that learning process for as long as possible, because if you're not learning and growing, you're stagnating and going backwards. So this is a lot of forward momentum that I really like. This is victory. And even if things are crazy around you, this is you staying committed to your goals and sticking with it no matter what happens. You've got your eye on this opportunity right here, and you won't be swayed. So that feels very determined there. I like that. I feel like you're expecting news, or you will be receiving some type of news. We have this Three of Wands, this expectation. You may have put something out there and you're waiting for some type of response, reply. This also could be, Page of Swords can represent people watching you. So people might be watching you glow up like this. That's kind of like what this feels like, but it feels like you're waiting for some type of information, some type of message. Yeah, that's what this feels like. Expectation. It could be expansion, but you're waiting for some type of response. And it may not be like a response from a person. You might be waiting for a response from the universe for all the effort and all the work that you're putting into this. You have expectations of what's going to come back to you. And look at this, how important. The world, followed by a brand new opportunity. So this is saying, with this Ace of Swords, it's victory, it's knowledge, it's higher knowledge and wisdom. When you do things differently, with that Seven of Swords, because that's doing things differently. When you start to think differently and act differently, you're changing, you're creating this opportunity. And with the Ace of Swords, you have the ability to cut out anything that is not helping you move forward. That's what's going to help. It's like you're clearing a path. Like if you're out in the woods and you have a machete and you want to clear a path, you want to make things easier for yourself. That's what this knowledge is. That's what this feels like. Like you're creating this new opportunity with your own knowledge and wisdom. And this feels very much like that eagle energy there with all that air. Snake, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. There's like you're carving a path here, just be careful. And so we have this healing and intuition here with that temperance energy. You're healing something and moving on 100%. Take time out. Brown bear spirit. Do take time out for yourself. Absolutely. Because this feels like a major transformation here, fire signs. Sacred sexuality, assessing the unified field. This feels like that sacral chakra. Wow, a lot of orange here. I wonder if you're being drawn to that color orange, or I'm feeling Scorpio energy here big time. Transformation. Interesting. We have table. Hard work ahead. That's that Knight of Pentacles energy. I don't know if necessarily if we want to call it hard work, but it takes discipline. It might feel like hard work because of all the discipline. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. There it is. That's what this reading is like. And we have dog protection from a powerful friend. That's nice. I like that. Interesting reading, fire signs. Wow. This does feel like a very spiritual journey, like the ego mastery, what it says. You're being guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Oh my gosh. Your wisdom inspires the world. That's it. There we go. Amazing. Wow. What can I say? All right, fire signs, that is your collective bonus reading. I hope this resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.